be a very exciting jam with Vengeance coming against Violet Van Slam.
Yeah, she didn't really need to change her name. This is Violet Van Slam. It's like the same as Violet Van Band.
And of course, Vengeance and Violet normally skate together on the Assassins representing the Sydney Roller Derby League. Vengeance doing a great job. Taking out lead jammer.
Vengeance still looking for points. Both jammers on their scoring pass.
And that looks like 4 points there for the Ultimates. Only 2 for the Incredibles. And also just wanted to do a shout out to Steve Craddock, who helped at the very last minute fixing the scoreboard technology last evening to make sure that the score would be correctly. So a big thanks to the lovely photographer over there taking a bow. Make sure you smile sweetly as he aims his camera towards you.
The scoreboard whisperer, they call him. Mr. Credible once again claiming lead jammer.
Storming onto the track and taking out. Cray Cray still struggling at the front of the pack, but she has made it through a beautiful display of balance on wheels. Captain Boo Boo Bottom up against Penelope Powerpuff. Penelope breaking out early and working together with Violet to take out lead jammer.
Captain Boo Boo Bottom not having the same luck at the back of that pack, being held in place by a strong Ultimates pack here. Slapman and Annabelle Spectre causing all sorts of headaches for Captain Boo Boo Bottom right now.
And that was a grand slam for Penelope. A fabulous jamming there. Captain Boo Boo Bottom having a hard time getting through, dealing with that combination of Violet and Annabelle at the front of the pack. And I believe that was a double grand slam for the lovely Penelope.
A Vengeance jamming again for the Incredibles up against Paul for Thor. Both jammers having a bit of trouble, but Vengeance finding her way through to lead jammer. She's got an open track in front of her. Paul for Thor still kept in the pack right now.
Paul for Thor having a hard time there. A lot of takeouts, forcing her way back behind the pack. Giving Vengeance a great opportunity to rack up some points for the Incredibles.
Paul for Thor now out looking for points. Vengeance on another scoring pass here. One to beat. Hands on the hips. Calls it off. Strong jam there from Vengeance and the Incredibles.
on my iPhone. So this is probably a good opportunity to remind everyone else to join us there at the Rose on Cleveland Street, the corner of Shepherd Street, I believe, and it will be fantastic.
Goldie Storm.
Goldie
Goldie's
fighting away at the back of the pack.
Nope.
And Dionysus has it. She is lead jammer. A little ball of energy making her way through the pack for her scoring pass.
Dionysus.
Goldie's still struggling up against that wall of red. Dionysus continues racking up those points. Great position for the Incredibles to be in right now. Another 5 points there for Dionysus. And we've also had a star pass. Annabelle Lecter taking the star penny for the Ultimates. Some great recycling there by the Incredibles, but it's not enough to stop Dionysus. Annabelle still fighting against that wall of green, led by Kung Fu Panda at the front of the pack.
Annabelle Spencer coming very close and called for a track cut. The good job from Kung Fu Panda forcing that track cut.
Great situation for the Incredibles to be in. Power jam situation for Dionysus. Incredibles now on 170 points up against 347 for the Ultimates. Timeout being called by the Incredibles, wanting to make sure they take advantage of this situation as we go into a power jam situation for this next jam.
And a very big shout out to Captain Shutter Speed, Kim Lee, Roaring Storm Photography. One of the last few times we'll unfortunately be able to say, are the photos up yet?
Oh no, I think we'll still be able to say that. It'll just be for bigger bouts. Are we doing some travelling next year, Captain?
That's a shame. It's so good.
I think I'm going to start saying, is the book ready yet?
Is the book ready yet? Absolutely.
Kim Possible taking on the jammer cap for the Incredibles as we go into this jam, a power jam situation for the Incredibles.
Annabelle Spector starting this one off in the box.
The Ultimates doing a good job holding up that wall of green at the front of the pack, really making it difficult for Kim.
Kim Possible now out claiming lead jammer status. She's on a scoring pass. Good job by the Ultimates there, delaying her progress as long as possible. Incredibles doing a good job of watching.
Not what we wanted. Kim Possible on her way to the penalty box for a cut track. Great job there by the Ultimates, forcing a cut track penalty on the jammer.
Annabelle Spector back on the track. She's got a power jam now. She'll have a full minute too, or at least 55 seconds that's left in this jam.
Annabelle Lecter making quick work of her initial pass.
Captain Boo Boo Bottom picking up a low block there on
Oh,
Annabelle
Mum.
Spector. Annabelle still racking up points. 5 more on the board for the Ultimates.
And it looks like we have the Banana Man taking this power jam situation for the Ultimates.
Banana Man first time jamming tonight, I think. And he's got a power jam to boot. Kim Possible still in the box for the last jam.
Barreling his way through that red line at the front of the pack. The Muffin Man taking a penalty for his troubles. Impossible back on the track, making her initial pass. The Ultimates making it very difficult for her to break through.
Banana Man again approaching for a scoring pass. Picks up another 5 or 1 to beat in the form of Kung Fu Panda. A bit of back and forth. Called for out of play. Kung Fu Panda on his way to the box. Looks like there was a star pass in the midst of that. Captain Boo Boo Bottom now with the jammer panty.
When our microphones got too close together. That's not supposed to happen. That's not a pleasant noise.
What's Honey's name?
And we have Atomic Collider for the Ultimates up against Vengeance for the Incredibles.
Atomic Collider playing a bit of blocker there, but not enough to keep Vengeance at bay. She's lead jammer for the Incredibles. Atomic Collider still held in that pack. Vengeance now on her scoring pass. Looking to close the gap. Even small points are a win right now for the Incredibles.
Four more points for the Incredibles, courtesy of the lovely Vengeance.
We got Spy jamming now for the Incredibles up against Paw for Thor for the Ultimates.
And I believe that's an inside-out jammer panty. Always, you know, you have these outfit crises right before a jam.
Absolutely. As long as she had a fix, she can still get lead jammer. Of course, without that star showing correctly, she would not have counted as jammer. Picking up a track cut there, Spy. That means it's a power jam to Paw for Thor and the Ultimates once again. Poor for Thor, getting past your mum, picking up 5, calling it off. Another power jam here to the Ultimates. This one for Mr. Credible.
Mr. Credible slicing and dicing his way through the pack, making his quick work of his initial pass.
Four points only in that one for Mr. Credible. 5 this time round though.
Getting through there, putting Web Slinger in a spin.
Yeah, with a bit of a twirl, bit of a flourish, bit of flair there for Mr. Credible. And halfway through this third period, the benches are swapping sides, only to keep it fair. They get
well, definitely. You got to make sure that each team has equal opportunity to access that jammer line. Both teams trying to dominate the back of the pack from the go-get. Which means as well that we'll have a jammer ref change as well, I believe.
And when this jam comes back on, it will be Banana Man up against Block Widow.
Bit of fisticuffs between Block Widow and the Banana Man.
Putting up their dukes.
Getting low down and derby as we get into this next jam. Big hit there by Captain. Block Widow still making her initial pass.
Banana Man picking up more points. Block Widow now out looking for points.
Oh, and there we have it. The Ultimates have broken the 400-point mark.
400 points in about, you don't see it too often, but when you got 90 minutes to get them. We got Spite jamming once again for the Incredibles up against Penelope Powerpuff. Vengeance bringing Powerpuff all the way back. Strong advantage here for Spite. Wants a beat. She's got Lee Jammer for the Incredibles. Penelope Powerpuff picking up some points against the lead there. Captain Boo Boo Bottom stepping up to the line for the Incredibles, up against a smiling assassin for the Ultimates.
Smiling Assassin trying to take it on the outside. Oh, and that was a cut track penalty on Captain Boo Boo Bottom. And the
Another
Smiling
power
Assassin's
jam.
got to be smiling about that. Makes it through, takes out Lee Jammer, and calls it off.
Smiling Assassin calling off the power jam there. Maybe he wanted to give the power jam to someone else here. Paul for Thor pulling on the star.
Just over 11 minutes left in this final period. I'm wondering if the Ultimates are going to try and break the 500-point mark.
Based on the performance in the first period tonight, it's definitely within their grasp. 200 points in that first period. And if they keep getting power jams, it's definitely within their grasp. Paul for Thor, however, looking to get out now to Lee Jammer status. Couple more to beat in the form of Kim Possible and Black Widow. She's got a Lee Jammer awarded to Paul for Thor.
But she's got that full contingent of the Incredibles to go up against. And they're doing their darndest to make it difficult for her to get through.
Paul for Thor again pushing against that pack. Big assist from Mr. Credible.
Big hit there from Kung Fu Panda.
Calling it off from the ground after being put there by Kung Fu Panda. Vengeance again with a Jammer Star for the Incredibles. Up against Annabelle Spectre.
And both with matching sparkly shorts.
It's always good when you see that. Chaotic pack there. Both jammers struggling with strong walls. And Vengeance finding the better of it. She's got lead jammer status for the Incredibles.
Juicy Vengeance struggling to call off the jam in the midst of that triangle of the Ultimate Green.
Penelope Powerpuff again jamming for the Ultimates up against Dionysus. I think that's the first time I said it right all evening.
Some big, strong walls, lots of big hits to the inside. But it looks like Dionysus has it.
Dionysus, Lee Jammer. Penelope Powerpuff still in that pack. Getting a 1-2 combination there from husband and wife team, Captain Boo Boo Bottom and Ginger Snap.
That was a nice little number. Maybe they practice that at home.
Some interesting combinations out there right now. Of course, Mr. Credible jamming now with the Ultimates, with his wife Atomic Collider. Captain Boo Boo Bottom going at him with his wife Ginger Snap.
And Dionysus is on her way to the penalty box for a back blocking penalty. No lead jammer on the track. This will play out the remaining 22 seconds. The lone blocker, Ginger Snap, out there on the track.
Mr. Credible showing some fancy feet there, picking up points.
Nice little apex jumps there.
Apex, mother... Do you jump it?
Discussion there between the team captains and the officials. I think trying to get to the bottom of why there was one lone blocker out there for the Incredibles. Ginger Snap out there all by herself defending against Mr. Credible and an entire contingency of the Ultimates.
Yeah, I don't know.
Banana Man showing off his skating skills. Little one-footed backwards action.
Official timeout still in play. See if we can get some clarification from one of the referees.
I'm not sure. I think, oh, we might get a bit of an update now.
What was that?
The mom's on his 7.
Oh, okay. That was him, maybe. He picked up his 7th, he couldn't go back on.
I think we may have had a couple of skaters foul out. I'm not sure if Mr. Credible will cope without your mum. Captain Boo Boo Bottom has officially now fouled out of the game. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock.
It's true love. It's guy love.
It is. It was beautiful. The look in each other's eyes, it was gorgeous. But yes, in any game of roller derby, as soon as you get to your 7 penalties, you are out. That was an epic, blocker on Banana Man. That was Speedy Seagal. No. Spill Murray.
What's her name? Spill Murray.
And Spill Murray is just trying to make it as hard as possible for Banana Man. Getting up in his business.
Still a depleted pack on the track for the Incredibles. 4-2 pack advantage to the Ultimates. And Banana Man taking full advantage.
Spite and Violet having a bit of one-on-one action. Banana Man takes down Spite with a bit of a shoulder block there. That looked like it hurt.
Oh, running right over Spite is Banana Man. Physics coming into play and not on Spite's favour there.
Dionysus is back on the track. She has made her initial pass with some fancy skating. Bill Murray again at the front of the pack, blocking Banana Man. We're down to our last, 5 minutes of the game. 440 points for the Ultimates, 138 for the Incredibles.
The Block Widow on the line again for the Incredibles, up against Paul for Thor.
The Block Widow biding her time, waiting for when she wants to enter that pack.
That was a weird play. Just gave her all the time in the world. Block Widow picking up a track cut there. She's on her way to the box. Another power jam to the Ultimates and Paul for Thor here.
Nice hit to the outside there by Murdertron on Paul for Thor.
Paul for Thor calling that one off from the ground, having been gently placed there by the opposition.
Ever so gently. Power jam situation for Penelope Powerpuff as we get into this next jam. A little bit less than 3 minutes left on the clock.
Strong walls from the Incredibles, keeping Powerpuff at bay. Block Widow back on the track. Penelope Powerpuff seeing that, calling it off.
Just as the Block Widow was making her initial pass. No points for anyone. Vengeance up on the jammer line for the Incredibles, up against Atomic Collider for the Ultimates.
Both jammers pushing hard. Atomic Collider with one to be in the form of Dionysus and getting those hips past for lead jammer status.
That would have to be one of the funniest passing of a blocker. I think, Dionysus got a little smack on the ass as Atomic Collider went on pass.
Vengeance now out of the pack without a slap on the ass, but she's still looking for points all the same. Is that a penalty? Should that be normal? Would that normally be called a penalty? A smack on the bum?
If it's less than a few seconds on the opposing team, you're fine. And it was a couple of quick taps It was quite familiar. It was quite adorable. I enjoyed it. I'm not sure if anybody else saw it.
I'm
but
sure
me.
Atomic Collider enjoyed it as well.
She looked pretty happy with herself after she made that pass.
Smiling Assassin pulling on the Jammer Star. Block Widow once again jamming for the Incredibles. Smiling Assassin picking up lead jammer. Block Widow right there with him though, stride for stride. Timeout was called. One more jam. One more jam. One more jam.
What?
I did it. I started a chant. Mob mentality, mob mentality, mob mentality. Riot, riot, riot.
So yes, of course, as we wait for the deliberations, we wait for the timeout to run the clock down, and we will get hopefully our final jam
We have
for
to
this
ask
third and final period.
our lovely DJ Wilma. Official timeout called. We're looking for one more jam, and you're playing Never Ending Story. Well, very well done. Kudos.
It's just seamless. It's seamless. I love your work.
I hope that was intentional.
And here we have our last and final jam for the evening. And it looks like Banana Man for the Ultimates up against Dionysus for the Incredibles.
Now that's probably a penalty. I'm assuming.
This is the jam to pull out all the stops. Dionysus doing a fantastic job of skating her way past Mr. Credible.
Massive low block.
Mr. Credible not looking too happy about that low block penalty, sending him to the penalty box.
Yeah, that block was incredible at all.
No credibility in that whatsoever.
We got 1 minute left in this jam, folks. Cheer him on to the end. Going hard, Banana Man.
The Muffin Man up against Banana Man. I kind of like that combination.
Star Pass. Dionysus to Spill Murray.
Vengeance and Dionysus doing their darndest to take out Banana Man. Spill Mercy facing a wall of green, reinforced now by the credibility of Mr. Credible.
That's it, folks. Unofficial final score. The Incredibles 142. The Ultimates 461. Final checks going to be done on the score sheets. And unless there's some serious mistakes, I think this one is in the bag for the Ultimates.
Just quietly, I think we can make that call now. I was hoping they'd make it till 500. That's what I had my money on.
Lots of love all around. Incredibles, Ultimate. One of the first, one of the biggest co-ed bouts we've seen in New South Wales. Hopefully we see lots of these in future.
Do we have the official final score?
The Ultimates don't want to wait for that. They know they won. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Ultimates!
Great, Chef.
Well played.
That's the official final score. 461, 147. Ladies and gentlemen, Valiant in defeat. Give it up for the Incredibles!